fantastic. It's a huge day today. Why? Because it's Thursday.
Because you were in metric.
Because we're in metric. That's right. And I'm excited. I'm real excited because, well, we have something we're going to talk about momentarily. How are you?
According to my wife, I'm better than nothing. So, I no, I'm fantastic, dude. Hockey season has started, but officially starts next week, which is super exciting. We dodged a bullet with a hurricane. We've had fun with all the other things that are associated with it, which which is now ironically none of my games are televised. So, trying to call preseason games when you can't find them makes life a little difficult. So we're just going to start fresh on opening night. Have a great time. Call the season. Go nuts. Have a great time. But how about you? You've been killing it.
We've been having such a good time. Again, we're Canada, so we get all kinds of hockey here. And it's been awesome. We've seen some fantastic teams. We've had the Battle of Ontario, the Leafs and Senators for 3 games. We saw the Canadians. We got to see the number 1 draft pick get hit from behind and plastered into the boards, which was awesome. So it's been great. And of course, we're finishing off our preseason extravaganza tomorrow night against the Red Wings, who, man,
that'll be fun.
Like a good team.
Well, let's do what we always do, which is to sit there and say, hello, Streamlabs. Hello, AAU Triton. Hello, Jacob 12. Hello, Cloud9 Getaways in the house. I got a commercial for him for sometime later. Let's see. So we got Jacobs in the house. We got Jacobs in the house. We have more Jacobs in the house. AU Triton, Monorail Steve forever. Or is it Forever Steve? I don't know. One or the other. Who cares? Because he's here. Explorer Jen, how are you? Good to see you. Since you came home, walked in the door, fed me, and I came upstairs. So with that, I think we've done enough damage. We probably should get into this and see just how much damage we can do tonight. We'll start off with a couple of things. Tonight, we're going to be talking about fantasy draft announcement here on Even Strength, what it means, what it does, how it works, what it be, what it does, what it was, what it wasn't. We also...
Wait, hang on. Did you just announce the announcement?
No.
You announced the announcement of the announcement.
It's not even on screen with us either. Just pretend it's not there. We'll be talking all things hockey. We'll be talking news. We'll be talking about who, what, when, where, why, and who. What? I don't know.
And sometimes how?
No. Well, I guess we have to tell them how, because if not, the who and where doesn't make sense, nor why.
That's true, but there's free drinks.
Yes, and Sam, this is going to be a long night. Just say, just tell you now.
So here it is. Here's the news you've all been waiting for.
Hold on a second.
The Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup.
Hold on. Do I have? Hold on.
By the way, that's what I walked down the aisle to at my wedding.
I walked down to this. They were calling the wrong guy's name. They were yelling out Igor.
Didn't they wonder why they thought you were Igor?
No.
So it is time. Seriously, though, the Leafs may win the Cup. It's our first.
Wait, did you just jinx your team for the year?
No, Great. All of the city's now going to come blame this guy because something may or may not happen.
Good thing is you didn't do it on our stream where 35,000 people are watching. It's only 35. So
there you go. It is official. Even Strength, FPEN Sports, Samuel B12, the first ever fantasy hockey draft is here. It's happening. We're kicking it off. Oh, and by the way, we're going to tell you what you can win shortly. But you want to get into this pool. You've probably seen hockey pools all over. Heck, you may even be in some. So we are going to be running this through Yahoo. And the reason why this is such a great pool, why you want to be in it, there's only 20 teams. one of which is myself because I have to. So that leaves 19 other spots. You have the chance, a 1 in 19 chance of winning something that I guarantee you will not win in any of your other fantasy pools. Dave, do you want to tell them what they could win?
No. So, what's really funny is I've been sitting here trying to stall because you know that I'm having computer issues. So I'm literally sitting here and I'm looking for a particular video that I sent you that I can't find. And it has to do with our good friend. And I literally, I can't find it. So I'll tell you what.
Keep talking. You keep looking. So
you keep talking for a minute.
With the hockey pool. All right. Here's the deal with the hockey pool. The draft is going to take place Wednesday, October 19th.
There are giraffes?
I think 7:30. We are doing the draft Wednesday the 19th at 7:30 live on Even Strength. It's going to be a special edition, draft edition of Even Strength. We're coming in. You have a minute and 45 seconds when you're on the clock to make your selection. Now, if you can't be here for the date, it's okay. Once you register and you get invited and signed up, you can go and set your player rankings. So if you cannot attend the live draft, it will go down and pick the player in best order that you've set them up. It is a rotisserie style draft, which means
does that mean there's chicken?
There could be chicken, maybe some dipping sauce.
Look, I heard rotisserie and you made me look right up. I was like, there's food?
Yeah. So of all the point categories, for example, we have goals. If you finish first place in goals, you get 20 points. If you finish second in goals, you get 19 points, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, whoever has the most overall points is going to win the pool. So you want to do as best as you can in each category. Now, I'm going to call upon our friends to introduce the categories for you. Friends, come on in. Okay, here they are. Hi, welcome. Do you want to announce the categories? Here's Jacob. Jacob. Announce the categories right up here. Tell our good, fine friends, what are our point categories?
Goals, assists, points, plus, minus, penalty minutes, power play points, shorthanded points, game-winning goals, shots on goals, and hits.
All right, so that is it. Thank you, Jacob.
Whoop, whoop. Wait, no fighting?
No fighting.
You know why that
penalty minutes?
Now that benefits me because Pillow Hand sucks.
There you go. So those are all the forward categories: goals, assists, points, plus, minus, penalty minutes, power play goals, shorthanded points, game winners. So you want to pick people who can score, people who play special teams, get some shorthanded points, get lots of shots, and of course, the tough guys for the hits. There are some goalie categories as well: wins, goals against average, save percentage, and shutouts. All will get you points. So, of course, the better you do in each category, the higher up you'll be. So, for example, a player like Alex Ovechkin, he is a multi-category guy. He scores, he gets assists, he hits, he shoots, he takes penalties. He does everything but gets saves. So that would be a fantastic pickup. So those are all the categories. Wednesday the 19th, it is going to be insane. It's going to be so much fun, and it's going to run all season long.
So did you, when I was, off in La La Land looking for my video, by chance, did you tell them what they had to do to enter?
I have not covered that yet.
Let's tell them why they should enter, what they will win, because then they will go, well, wait a minute. That sounds like a good deal.
All right.
I found it.
Sounds good.
I did find it finally. It took me 5 minutes, but let's see if it comes up on screen correctly. Here at FPE Productions, we never know what's going to happen next. And with that, this is what you can win, everybody. If all goes according to plan, it'll come up on screen. You're going to see a town come up, and we'll tell you what you're going to win right after. I almost just took you off the screen. I'll tell you what, it's going to be one of those days. If you should be the winner, one of 19, you will win a 4-day, 4-person getaway to Las Vegas, Nevada. So you and 3 of your chosen people can go to Vegas, have a blast on our sponsor, Cloud9 Getaway. That's why I ran this commercial for Vegas, because if you need anything Vegas-wise, sports-wise, parks, cruises, or otherwise, you want to travel around the world, you want to go to Area 51, Jacob, he'll send you. It's really, really easy. So our sponsor, Cloud9 Getaway, teamed up with Sam and myself for an epic giveaway. This is a grand prize of over $900. It's a $900 prize pack. Sam, how do they enter?
It's pretty. First of all, man, Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas in a long time, and going there knowing I won a hockey pool. First of all, the bragging rights alone. So you tell me you've joined a hockey pool where you've won something like that before. I dare you. How do you enter? Well, that's a very good question. There's a couple different ways. First and foremost, you have to let Bear Shark or myself know. You can tag us on Instagram, and then we're going to make sure you go over to the site. We're going to go to the website. There's a website, and on that website, you can key in all your information and register. And once you are registered, there is an entry fee. Once the entrance fee is paid, you will then be invited through email to join the link, and you could sign up for our Yahoo private pool.
So, as Sam put it, he eloquently put it. I'm going to make it really simple. What you wind up doing, really easy. Reach out to us. We're going to keep it nice and easy. Just DM one of us on Instagram. You can also reach out through Florida Park Explorers. It is on floridaparkexplorers.com. So if you wanted to, you could reach out via that way. Obviously, Sam's my partner. What I know, he knows. What he knows, I know when it comes to the fantasy draft. So what'll happen is, and I have a webpage designed for it. You will pay your entry fee. Sam will send you over all the jigamajoogaboogaboo, and we will go. Dallas Hockey Girl, welcome in. So if you are interested, it's really simple. There's a $50 entry fee. There are only 19 spots. You have a 1 in 19 chance of winning. So $50, one entry, someone's winning a $900 trip to Vegas. I think that's pretty cool. Now, here's the cool part. Because Cloud9 Getaway rules, okay, we have not made up exactly how it all goes. Age restriction. That's kind of funny, Jacob. I'll let your dad answer that.
No, you cannot enter. Your family.
So
talk to mom.
So basically, the way that this goes is we may be doing monthly prizes along the way. We are still working out a couple of the details, but there'll be minor gifts or prizes, I should say. Basically, one of the things we're talking about is there somebody who's lead leaguing at the moment? We're trying to work out exactly how the remainder of these monthly things go, but we want to give you guys a lot of reasons to come play. Lots of prizes. Like, for instance, I'm sure everybody's noticed Sam started a contest today, which is totally off track, but it fits into what I'm talking about. He's doing his push for 3K, and he's giving away a smartwatch. So we'll be able to do things like giving away a Bluetooth speaker, or we'll give away a smart device or something. But at the end of or it might be restaurant gift cards. There's a ton of things that Cloud9 Getaways has told us is at our disposal. Now, here's the catch, everybody. Are you booking a trip? Please support our sponsor. The guy's putting up all kinds of money. The only way that happens is by you going over and supporting him. If you have a family member, whatever, make sure that they're aware that there's a great travel agent, someone who works for you, works for them, that will do the job better than anybody else. Go over, talk to Chris at Cloud9 Getaway. He will take care of you no matter what. I guarantee it, because at the end of the day, I'll kill him. No, I'm just kidding. Chris is awesome. In all seriousness, Chris is actually planning our FPE meetups. He's super, super awesome. And for doing this, please, everybody, go out and support the man who's supporting both of our channels. It means the world to us. It lets us bring you a Vegas trip as the grand prize. Instead of everybody, we could have pulled the money together and given you guys a cash, and it was like, why? We're going to be able to do so much more and have so much more fun with this. And you're going to get to go to Vegas with 3 of your buddies. Or if you want to take your family, and that's up to you.
Yeah. And by the way, I already have DMs from a few people who are interested in spots. So spots are going to go fast. With hockey season
4.
essentially starting next week, next Wednesday, actually earlier. When are those Czech games? They're earlier in the week, aren't they?
I don't know, but my first game's in 4 days, I think, or 5 days.
Yeah. So the Leafs kick it off on the 12th. So 6 days from now. So this is going to go. We wanted to give a week or so of regular season action to make sure lineups are set and some of the injuries, guys come back. So we chose to do it a couple weeks into the season. So the 19th is going to be there, and it's going to come fast. So don't hem and haw. Make sure to get your spot.
Yeah, and by the way, this is literally something where when the last spot is taken, there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing we can do about it. Crystal came in and goes, "Wait, Vegas, what?" Crystal, we're doing fantasy draft. Grand prize is four people, 4 days in Vegas on us. So it's a $50 entry fee. You can win a trip to Vegas for $50, and it's through Cloud9 Getaway. So if you're interested, hit us up. Let us know. We'll get you all the information on it. But grand prize is that we're going to be doing some giveaways along the way as well. But if you're a hockey fanatic, you're a wacko, you're a nut job, you know more about hockey than anybody, or you're just lucky, make sure that you get in. But I can tell you right now, I've had 4 people already commit that have told me they want their spot as soon as we were open. So that 19 is really 15. And I'm sure that Sam's had a couple others. So we may be down to 12, 11, 10 spots already. So we may be halfway through the draft already. So if you guys are interested, don't delay. Let us know you're in. We'll hold your spot. We'll get you over to the PayPal portal, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, everybody. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, even strength. We're going to be, once the season starts, we're going to be basically doing fantasy updates. And we're going to be talking about who's doing what. Obviously, Sam's going to talk about Toronto. I'm going to talk about New York. But then we're going to be talking a lot about the fantasy and what's going on. Play them or sit them. Who's doing well? Who's doing what? What should you do? How should you strategize to win? We're going to be doing a lot of those things with you guys week in and week out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously, I'm not playing. I'm the commissioner of the league. I make sure that all things are fair so that this way it's not the 2 of us against all of you, because Sam will win. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm going to make sure that all the trades are fair. Anything that goes down over the course of the year is fair. I am totally non-biased. I am not participating in any capacity, simply as a league commissioner, just to make that final decision. But other than that, we will taunt you. If you're at the bottom of the board, we're going to make fun of you. So
it's like, who's worse, you or Arizona?
Yeah, just like saying. You know what? For whoever loses, whoever comes in dead last, I'm buying you an Arizona Coyotes t-shirt. I have a heat transfer machine right next to me. I'm going to put your name on it. Your team's name is going on it.
We should almost do 2, one for who finishes dead last and one for whoever the first sucker is that takes an Arizona player in the draft.
I think you're onto something. We might have to print stickers. So, but I will tell you right now, if you come in dead last, there's going to be a ceremony for you. And we're going to hold up your jersey of shame. I may even hand crayon on a drawing of a coyote. It might just be the most disastrous, epic shirt of all time.
It's the official Coyote Award.
You know what? Maybe that's what it is. And I'll just make something on my computer that looks like, maybe I'll have Bella just draw something. It'd be way funnier. So, so if you lose, you're going to get taunted. So make sure that you put what's into it. You can win a trip to Vegas, everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a blast doing it. And you guys know how we do things. We don't take a lot seriously. We're not going to take this seriously either. I guarantee you, I'm not playing. I get to make fun of all of you. So, and I truly, truly hope Sam comes in dead last so that I can give him that shirt.
The way my fantasy drafting has gone, there's a very good possibility.
So Sam comes out of the box, his number 1 draft pick. He's the first person to pick, and you know who he picks? Jaromir Jagr. So,
oh, I actually have Jaromir Jagr news.
I'm sure you do. Oh, jeez.
We will get into that.
My first pick.
What's going on?
My first pick is Charlie
George
Conway.
Barrows.
Charlie Conway.
Charlie Conway. That's awesome. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And again, I cannot win the prize. I cannot win. So if I finish in first place, whoever comes in second will actually take home the grand prize. So it's going to be so much fun. Make sure to get those entries in, and we're going to talk about it a lot through the next couple of weeks. You're going to see it on social media. You're going to see it through our hockey streams, and we'll let you know once it is kind of all full up.
Yeah, the winner also gets a plastic tiara and scepter.
Phenomenal.
I just can't help this. This is going to be so much fun to watch from the outside in. It's really gonna be a blast. Sam, did you make sure you're available October 22nd? I think they're going to take you outside and beat the crap out of you.
I'm afraid. October 22nd. Oh, I think I know, Jacob, what you're referencing, and I did look, but I don't remember now because it's late and it's been a long day. I will double check again. So let's talk some news. And there's a couple of things I wanted to get into. First off, remember a couple weeks ago we talked about PTOs and all the players, all the players that were having tryouts. Well, results are in. Some have signed, some have been released, and I know everybody is dying to hear what is going on with some of these players. So here are the official signings and releases from professional tryouts. Nathan Bulio, who's with the Ducks, he signed 1 year, $850,000. Successful camp for him. Michael Del Cole with the Senators, who you and I were both like, how is he signing a PTO? Released. Did not make the team.
He's going to play for Jagr.
Yeah. Danny DeKeyser with the Canucks, released, did not make the Canucks. The Canucks who have been getting killed, haven't had a preseason win, and they released Danny DeKeyser.
Does that tell you how bad you are?
Yeah. Cody Eakin with the Flames, released. I wish I had like a big noise.
Hold on.
Cody Eakin, released. Alex Galchenyuk spent some time in Toronto trying out for the Avalanche. Avalanche say, no, thank you. He has been released. Christopher Gibson with the Coyotes. This is just shameful. Released. You've been released by the Coyotes.
Like the Coyotes don't want you. Are you kidding me?
His career's over.
That's like literally sitting. No, I can't make that comment. I'm on your channel too. Go ahead.
There you go. Andrew Hammond, goaltender, trying out the Panthers, did not report. He signed with KHL's Traktor Chelabinisik. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
It was close enough. That was actually pretty good.
There you go. Scott Harrington with the Sharks signed 1 year, $750,000. Thomas Hickey with the Devils. Thomas Hickey's with the Devils, released. Sonny Milano. Sonny, this was a sleeper pickup by the Flames to bring him into camp. Released. James Neal with the Blue Jackets. What a great PTO that was. Released. Dmitry Osipov for the Ducks. Released. Victor Rask, Will Rydell, and Antoine Roussel. And Roussel and Rask, we were like, hey, those are good pickups, right? All three released. Daniel Sprong with the Kraken signed $750 for 1 year. Nate Thompson, the Kings, released. And Jake Vertranen, now this was that one case. He had all the lawsuits and issues going around, and everyone was like, Oilers, why on earth would you sign him to PTO? He was officially released. So Jake Vertranen, see you later.
So there is somebody missing. There's a total scrub who looks like he's going to make it on my team.
Oh, we don't have the results for him.
We don't have the results for Jimmy Vesey going into the last game.
Yes, the same with us, with Zach Austin Reese. Still hanging.
Jimmy Vesey is slated to make the team. He has played in all actuality. Now, I have to tell you, I hate Jimmy Vesey. Let me just say this to you right now. Like Wayne Simmons, what's the idiot? Who's my other biggest fan that I can't stand? Slewfoot.
Barshand?
No, the other one. Subban. I love these guys that much. I hate Jimmy Vesey as much as I hate them. But he played an amazing camp. This guy actually participated. He looks like he's grown up a little bit. He looks like he added to the team. That being said, I still can't stand him. He always seems like he's just out of position. But he looks like he's slated to get a minimum contract, and that's about $500,000 more than he's worth.
That's interesting. We have with our Leafs going into tomorrow night's game. Most of the roster are these guys fighting for these last few spots, so they're going to get their last looks. Someone like Nick Robertson, who I think is leading all point getters, he had like 7 points in 4 games, something like that, 3 games. Absolutely tearing it up. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these rosters shake out. Now, these PTO guys weren't the only signings that have taken place over the last couple of days. 2 huge signings and a couple of really small ones that we don't care about. But first of all, Jason Robertson with the Dallas Stars. This is somebody we talked about during free agent days, wondering when is he going to sign? Where is he going to go? So he finally has re-signed in Dallas, 4 years, $31 million, so 7.75.
That's a hefty contract.
Nice payday for him. This kid was on fire in Dallas. So his brother is Nick Robertson on our Leafs, who's lighting it up right now.
He's that's a hefty cinch sack. That's a hefty contract.
It certainly is. The other major signing, Matt Barzal. 8 years, $73 million. So it works out to be $9.15 million for Matt Barzal. This is insane.
Dude, this sets a horrible precedent. This is a bad signing. I'm sorry. If you're a fan or if anybody disagrees, you're wrong. This is one of these when we've been talking about during the end of last season, and we were talking about in off season about these cap hits that don't make any sense with a cap that's not moving for the next 2 years. This is one of those signings. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He's a good player. But you just paid him $9 million. 9 point something. All right. And here's the best part. For every guy out there that's at the $6.5 million range that plays a decent season, you know what they're going to be saying? Well, Matt got paid. This is a huge problem.
Yep. I agree. And of course, you know how I like to bring forward some wild facts every now and again. This is another great Wayne Gretzky fact. Last time we said if you took away all his goals, he'd still be leading in points. So this wild fact says you would need to score 50 goals a season for 18 straight seasons to break his NHL goal record. 50 goals a season for 18 straight seasons.
So Chris Kreider right now is going, so let me get this straight. I got to play another 18 seasons?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Alex Ovechkin is sitting there trying to count and do the math to figure out how much longer he's got to play.
Now,
he needs at least 3.
He does. Now, here's the other side of it. Keep in mind, we've extended the season.
Yes.
So when Gretzky was playing, the season was shorter. So that's to be taken into consideration. Oh, and by the way, pads weren't as good. and getting hit. Well, they didn't hit him because you had to answer to everyone. But let's be perfectly honest. The man continues to put up astonishing numbers. It's incredible. Mike B, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you so much, more than you could possibly imagine. Just a quick question, because Dallas has dropped it in about 9 times, so obviously she wants us to address this. Apparently, 3 sponsors have pulled out of Hockey Canada.
Yes, so I was going to get there.
Okay, all right. I just didn't know if you
Dallas.
saw it or whatever.
Just
no, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, so there was this scandal that took place with Hockey Canada way back when with the World Juniors, where there was some alleged misconduct. Of course, the actual story hasn't come out. Of course, the sexual harassment, misconduct. So they've been doing this investigation, and the leadership of Hockey Canada is kind of digging in their heels. And Triton, that's phenomenal.
Oh, jeez. Come on. I'm literally trying to breathe here, people. Like, you can't try and kill me on screen. My wife has issues with these things, but Triton, no, it's freaking phenomenal.
So this has been going on for a while. There's a debate. Do they even let Hockey Canada host the World Juniors and everything? And it's been going on. The investigation has kind of come out. I haven't heard a lot of the details because it's pretty kind of being kept close to the chest. But essentially, Hockey Canada has dug their heels in. They're not admitting to anything. They're not coming forward trying to push change. So, yeah, Tim Hortons has pulled out. Canadian Tire has pulled out. I think Gatorade has pulled out.
Wait, are Canadian Tires known as Huskies? Lucas, what's happening?
So, yeah, all these sponsors are pulling out. They're not giving any money. In fact, the Quebec Hockey League, the Quebec, I don't even remember what the actual title is. Usually what happens with player registrations for kids playing hockey is a portion of the player registrations goes towards Hockey Canada. And Hockey Canada puts forth, they handle the whole registration system. They put together a right to play and fair play kind of course that players have to take. So Quebec has said they're not turning over any funds to Hockey Canada. Ontario has kind of come out alluding to the same thing, saying they're not giving any fees until this is kind of done. And essentially, they have to pull, all the leaders that are running Hockey Canada right now have been there for a very long time. And there's not going to be any change until these leaders are changed. That's unfortunately what it's going to come down to. It's just a really unfortunate situation, how this is kind of blown up. And the Canadian women's hockey is still being supported. They're still going to receive some funding, but all the stuff for the men's and the juniors has been pulled.
It's really a shame. There's a lot of Gator Ghost. What's happening? I'll say this: a lot of scandals running around in all the different leagues. There's so many things nowadays where people who we trust our kids with, people who we trust in general, literally, I don't know how you fix this problem because it's scary and sad. One of the other things is I'll share back with, going back to when I played, I was put in harm's way many times because I was younger and bigger and I was playing on older teams, and coaches would say, like, they would push you even though you were injured. It's just not a great environment. And I think that ultimately, or hopefully, this will shed a light on some things. I mean, we had scandals going all the way back to Joe Paterno. We've had issues, and that's in football, obviously. All the way through every different sport, we're starting to see different allegations and issues and things. And I got to tell you, it's appalling. We need to know that our kids are being protected, whether they're the peewees or all the way up to and including the pros, because there have been scandals in the pros as well.
For sure. It's very tough. It's very unfortunate. And, it's only a couple short months ago, we were sitting here giving praise to the NHL for all the great things they were doing. And, for something like this to still be going on, it's going to take a while. Hopefully this gets resolved. They make whatever leadership changes they have to make. But it's one of these things where not just with hockey, but in all the sports, these executives or these leaders have been leading these businesses and companies for such a long time that they need to change. Thank
Islands
you,
in the stream. That is what we are. Nowhere in between.
Ghetto superstar.
Ghetto superstars. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what. So only AAU Triton could take something as serious as what we're talking about and be like, you know what? It's time for a chat duet. Let's do it. Let's just sing happy birthday.
Sure.
I'll tell you what. This is how this stuff goes off the chains so quickly that we're so easily distractible. It's like, here's a little piece of string, and it's like, ooh, look, piece of candy.
I feel like, what was it, Doug, the dog from Up? Squirrel.
Yeah, it's literally like, oh my god, I'm dying. All right, so Cloud9 Getaways wants to hear Endless Love. Which one of you can fit in Dolly Parton's outfit? I'm not sure anybody could fit in. Never mind. Let's see. Wait, is this retro stream? That's fantastic. Lucas has an actual question. Shouldn't let him sing. Nobody should let us sing, especially since I'm coming down with a cold. That's fantastic. But Lucas, go ahead and ask your question away. And did we wrap up that segment before AAU decided to get us totally thrown off kilter?
That was pretty much it. But here's let me turn it back around. Let's go back to the lighthearted series. Will the Jays win the World Series this year? Ooh, Lucas, good question. They have to get past Seattle first, and that's going to be a daunting.
What Jays? There are Jays in hockey?
Dem Blue Jays, Canada's team. What? I should never do that again.
No, no. Matter of fact, I have to take you off screen. Matter of fact, you got to go into timeout for like 2 minutes. Like, so
Lucas, it's going to be tough. We're doing game 2 and game 3. So hockey Friday, Leafs Friday, Blue Jays Saturday, Blue Jays Sunday, if Sunday's needed.
Oh, look at this. Cloud9 Getaway says no. Pujols will carry the Cards.
Ooh, wouldn't that be a great matchup? The Cards versus the Jays. Which is the stronger bird?
I personally think it's the Cleveland Indians from Major League 2.
Oh, I wish.
Wouldn't it be great?
I wish. So
wait,
good.
Are they even called that anymore? Or am I not allowed to say that?
No, they're the Cleveland Guardians. Terrible. Dude, at least we still have Chicago Blackhawks.
No kidding, right? I can't even do my favorite line from the movie where he goes, "Who gives it? It's gone." I can't even do that because you're a family friendly channel. Mine, on the other hand, not so much.
There you go. Here's some fun news for you. This is a couple of days old. NHL on TNT broadcast member Anson Carter. You remember Anson Carter?
Oh, I know Anson.
Decent player. Anson Carter is reportedly searching for investors for an NHL team in Atlanta, wanting to bring the Thrashers back.
Not the Thrashers. Can they come up with a different name?
Well, I'm sure they will.
They
put a Thrasher logo on this post. But yeah, Carter spent 674 games in the NHL, and he spent nearly a decade in broadcasting. So he's trying to put together investors.
Anson's a good guy. I mean, I got to tell you, I've watched him for years. I think he knows what he's doing. You and I were talking about this. If it wasn't 2 weeks ago, it was a month ago, about the fact that Atlanta needs a team. So maybe he was watching. He was ninja watching.
Yeah, maybe we've given him the idea. Here's another idea that I know I've talked about, and they've taken it on. And this apparently, I didn't know the source of this post, but I saw on TikTok it was also being reported by Elliot Friedman. I didn't hear it direct from Elliot's mouth, but apparently the Leafs, in figuring out their long-term cap situation, because they have not this year, but after next year, Matthews and Nylander are both up. In the year after, Tavares and Marner are both up. So they're going to have a lot of salary to figure out. They're budgeting, they're planning for a Connor McDavid-like salary in their very near future, because McDavid has a couple of years left, and it's very well known he loves coming to play here in Toronto. So that would be certainly interesting if McDavid ended up finding his way to the T-Dot.
So I'm going to one-up you a little bit because something interesting happened since the last time we chatted, which is when the Rangers traded Lindqvist to Dallas, we picked up a number 1 draft pick. And apparently the rumor mill in Rangerstown is that number 1 draft pick could be headed to go pull Patrick Kane in. And with a 50% retention of salary for the remainder of his contract, if the Rangers pull him in and now everybody's going to tell me I'm wrong, but I'd like to remind everybody of something. Do you remember who his line mate was? Antemi Panarin.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
And everyone forgets this and says, well, wait a minute. There's no way he doesn't want to blah, blah, blah. Hang on a second. He played with Antemi Panarin. Both of them were very, 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 very good when they were together. Could you imagine what our number 1 line would look like with Antemi Panarin, Patrick Kane, and potentially Chris Kreider on one line?
Yeah, that's what the kids call hella good.
Yeah, that's called ouch. Because our number 2 line, because by the way, that would be demoting Mika Zibanejad, Victor Trocheck. Really? And oh, by the way, pick anyone else you want to throw on the left side because it doesn't matter. That'd be your top 2 lines. It's like having two number 1 lines. And then our number 3 line is a number 2.
I would like to put this guy as the number 3 on the line.
I take him in a heartbeat.
Oh,
he's better
coming up.
He's better than Gritty. I love
the
him.
new Seattle Kraken mascot.
I love him.
He's awesome.
But he doesn't have enough tentacles.
When I first saw the video of him coming down from the Raptors, I'm like, oh my God, they have a troll as their mascot. And then his name is actually Boy. The Boy, kind of, what was it? B-O-U-Y, or kind of like Bowie, I guess. And I was like, yeah, he actually is a troll. It's phenomenal. I kind of like these animated characters they're coming up with.
Well, I mean, they need a gimmick because their team sucks. So, the Coyotes, next thing you know, you're going to see Wile E. Coyote holding up signs going, why me?
Oh, that would be amazing. Triton, why am I not surprised? Here's some news for fans in Leaf Town that were concerned about Matt Murray's goaltending. Matt Murray's first 100 minutes as a Maple Leaf. Okay, his first 100 minutes. He has 2 wins, 44 saves on 45 shots, 1 assist, and no goals allowed at even strength.
Even strength? I've heard of that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 100 minutes, 2 wins, 44 saves, and an assist.
So in Rangerstown, I'm extremely worried because our backup goaltending situation sucks. Sucks. So we took Louis Domingue and sent him packing down to Hartford.
Oh, Domingue, do.
It's better. It's not as good as meringue, but so we sent Louis Domingue down. We kept Halak, and he is, I mean,
terrible.
Wow. He let in 5 of the easiest goals. 5, by the way. I didn't say 1. 5. He let in 5 goals the other night against the Bruins, who they're making them sound like they're the best team on ice. Half the teams, I think, in traction. And it's like the Rangers D looked incredibly bad in front of him. Shesterkin looks unbelievable. I mean, I'm just going to say it right now. There was an interview he did I think about a week ago where they were talking to him about the Vezina. He goes, the Vezina doesn't mean anything. It's not the Stanley Cup. And when they pressed him on it, he's like, I'd like to win another one, but I really don't care. He's like, I have big shoes to fill and we have a cup to win. He goes, now, I don't know if anyone knows this, but he is sitting in Lundqvist's old locker. So when he's getting ready, he's sitting in Ranger royalty. And he said it's a reminder every time he sits there of whose shoes he's filling. And that's an amazing thing. This guy's amazing. But Halak, holy crap, does he suck. He is so bad. It's
I hate to say I told you so, but I had him a few years in my fantasy hockey pool, and boy, did he let me down. So yeah, good halak to you.
I don't know, and hey, thank you. And Keith Kincaid, who was a Ranger, went to Boston and blew out his knee. It seems like, so he was a good thing we got rid of him. But Domingue looked atrocious. Like, we don't look like we have a backup goaltender that can carry a tune, let alone a team, which would mean on an 82 game season, what happens? I've got to play Shesterkin 60, 62, 65 times in order to guarantee the points to get there, because he's not going to win every game either.
Just put Reeves in net. He's a big guy.
Let me tell you something. I got a place for Reeves. So did you see this idiot play, by the way? Did you see any of his lowlights?
No.
You can't call them highlights because it's so bad. He is literally robbing someone of the opportunity of growth on our team. And the best part about it is the Rangers are happy about it. We have some kid who came to camp. I don't know his name because he's irrelevant right now. He's not going to make the team. Not coming out of the gate. 6'3", 210, and his catch line is, I like the game the more physical it gets. Why are we not playing a six? And by the way, he came out of the Swedish league. He's like 28 years old.
Wow.
He's used to bigger ice, so he gets down the ice faster.
Yeah.
And he's huge. Dude, 6'3", 210. Kid's a monster.
That's big.
I don't get it.
We did the same. We took Curtis Douglas, 6'9" to, what was he, 220, and we sent him down to the minors. He's just not right yet to come up.
But this kid's 28 years old, though, and he's been playing forever. He wanted to come over 2 years ago, but he blew his ACL. And so now he's healthy, and the Rangers brought him in for a tryout based on what a scout said. And the kid looks amazing. He's getting better and better and better, and he's figured out how to get in. You know what it's like when you go from that bigger ice to smaller ice. You actually have the advantage. You're not as winded, but the corners of where the puck bounces and how you go behind the net, because that net space on big ice is deeper.
Yeah, it's so true. Oh, so our good friend AAU Triton is going to work on the redeems over here on our side. And he's just frozen me, so I got to...
Hey, everybody, let's hit him with some pies. Ready?
The kind of fun we love to have. But here's the latest breaking news on our good friend Jaromir the Jagr. So now this is translated from an interview with CTK, and this is in regards to will he or won't he retire? Is he thinking about retirement? And he said, it's certainly not close, not at all, to be honest. I don't even feel like it. Only if the Winter Classic, which I was promised was still to be held, I would probably have to force myself to go play. Otherwise, it doesn't pull me back at all. So he's really contemplating retiring and finally stepping away. He's just not motivated to play hockey anymore. So the only thing he's saying here is if he got this Winter Classic, which he was promised, nothing else really would pull him to play. Now, he's 85? It seems like he's in his 50s.
He's 50-something, 52, 53.
And he's kind of had enough with hockey. There's nothing left for him to play for.
Well, that was the case 20 years ago, but that's, that didn't stop him then either. Yeah, as long as he doesn't get drafted into the Army, I think he's okay, but
he's looking a little rough here in this shot. Poor Jaromir.
He had the same face when he was the captain of the Rangers because they used to pick on him every night on home games.
Yeah. So there's the breaking Jaromir Jagr.
Jordan, what's happening, brother? Look, at the end of the day, the fact that the guy can still play is amazing to me.
Yeah.
But once you lose the will, I think that's it. What if you're not there and you're not going to give your team the best chance to win? It's time to hang up your skates, no matter what that is.
I agree. I agree. Let's go, because I'm just keeping an eye on the time. Let's talk playoffs, because hockey hasn't even started yet. So why not talk about?
I thought you were going to
who's
start
making-
bringing up baseball. I was like, am I on the wrong show? This isn't breaking balls. This is even strength.
We're breaking pucks. So the Arizona Coyotes have a whopping 6.5% chance of making the first round. Good for them. The only other teams that are close to that, the San Jose Sharks, surprisingly, with a 13.7% chance of making the playoffs. Don't pick the Sharks. Montreal Canadiens, who I thought they would be a little better than this, 6.5% chance. So Montreal has just slightly worse odds. I think 6.6 was Arizona. Montreal at 6.5. So there's a chance Montreal could finish dead last again. Yeah, it's pretty not good.
Redeem pie. Redeem pie.
Oh, yeah, Jacob, the Redeem Pies are turned off for tonight. Buffalo with a 16.7% chance. So I was expecting much better things for Buffalo. So I was surprised to see their percentage so low. Philadelphia, Columbus, Chicago, all also with really low odds to make the playoffs. Seattle with a whopping 30% chance of making the playoffs. Good for them.
That's not bad.
The leaders, the teams to watch this year, and this is where I kind of call BS on this chart a little bit. They have the Boston Bruins at 76% to make the playoffs.
Oh, come on. They have half their team in traction.
There's no way that they're getting all these guys back and just coming to light it up. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it. So I find that hard to believe. But the Colorado Avalanche, 91%, and they're also an 8% prediction to win the Cup. The team that's just ahead of Colorado, the Calgary Flames, while they're a smaller percentage, only at 88% to make the playoffs, they're leading all the teams with an 8.3% chance of winning the Cup. So Calgary is favored right now over Colorado.
So let me ask you a question. And Steve, if you're listening, who is the backup for Alexander Georgiev on Colorado?
I know this, but I can't think of it.
I can't think of it either, and I'm sitting here going, because they put a lot of stock in Alexander Georgiev, who, by the way, choke artist. So I have a hard time with that because they don't have the best goaltending. They have great defense, but
yes, that's right. Pavel Francouz.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me stop the chat for a second. What do you think of Chara finally retiring? And question for Bear Shark: how much to get you to meet Sam and throw a real pie in his face? I'll do it for free. I'm going to see him in February. Just so you know, it's going to be a run by pieing.
A run by pieing.
So, but what do I think of Chara finally retiring? It's like Yager. They should open a league together. Oh wait, Jaromir Yager already has a league. He should go join Yager.
Yager collects hockey leagues like we collect Hot Wheels.
How good will the Blues be? And I need Blues news. No, it's Blues Clues. And he goes, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Guess who it's from? Well, it's not from the Stanley Cup.
So the St. Louis Blues have a 55% chance of making the playoffs, a 6.1% of making the finals, and not registered to win the Cup.
Okay. How about your team?
My team, the blue and white, the Leafs of Maple, 86% chance to make the playoffs. We know they're going to make the playoffs. A 47% chance to get to the second round. That would be nice. They have a 7.3% chance to win the Cup. They are actually tied. It's really small. Tied with the Florida Panthers to win the cup. So Toronto, Florida tied at 7.3, Calgary at 8.3, Colorado at 8%. Those are your front runners.
Hey, so do you want to see somebody who just absolutely jinxed their team? Look at what Cloud9 just put in.
Oh.
He literally just jinxed his team. You guys have zero chance of winning the cup now because of you. The entire town of St. Louis will come for you.
Actually, Tarasenko, I hear him now. He's requesting a trade again because of the curse you've just put on him.
Yes. Actually, Tarasenko made the news yesterday about being traded. So, again. Hear me out. A space-themed Dallas Stars jersey on the front. The jersey, Tiny Stars, Knights Guard. I would be down for it. I'd love to see like a star. And by the way, let's get an Area 51 team where they all come out in Martian suits. That'd be fantastic. Or T-Rex suits. Could you imagine an entire team of just T-Rex suits? That'd be great.
That would be amazing.
As long as you got it, AAU, I'm happy to oblige. All right, so your team's there. How about the red, white, and blue?
The red, white, and blue. So you're talking about the New York Islanders, is that correct?
They are apparently Sam is colorblind, but that's okay too.
So the Rangers, 48% chance of getting the playoffs, 22% to go to the second round. Very, very small, less than 4% chance of winning the cup.
See, I agree with the last percentage. I disagree with the first one.
Yeah. But boy, if that deal for Kane comes through, that changes.
But they're even saying could be a deadline deal. Even still.
Ooh.
Even if you're talking deadline deal, I still have to believe that you put Kane and Panarin back together. They're going to find that chemistry again. And
for sure.
If I'm Chris Drury right now, I'm sitting here going, now he doesn't like to pull the trigger early, but this is one of those things where if you could give them the season to gel, dude, I'm sorry, but my top three lines are better than almost anyone. You're a redeem freeze.
Again, Lucas, no.
So I get to talk. But yeah, it's really one of those where if we could pick him up, that would be incredible. The problem is you just don't have enough money because Tarasenko wants to go to the Rangers as well. And it's like, I would love, could you imagine having an all-star team like this? By the way, it's called the 93-94 Rangers, where you had Messier, Gretzky, Graves, Leach. It was like, oh, wow, there's the all-star team. It was nuts. I would love to see that happen again, but there's just not enough money, especially with bad cap moves the way that we were. So we'll see.
Yeah, Gordon, that rumor's still around. Nylander and they were talking a defenseman prospect kind of for Kane in the first rounder pick going. But I think if this deal that Bear Shark's talking about seems like a much sweeter deal and definitely something because Kane obviously gets to decide where he goes. I think he would quite enjoy being reunited with somebody he had much success with.
And by the way, you're still talking about a 5-year contract on Panarin.
Yeah.
So you could sign Patrick Kane to a 5-year deal, pay him $8 million, $9 million, $10 million a year, give him a ridiculous blowout contract, match him up with his buddy, keep him on the line. I mean, we've got some pretty good long-term contracts in place right now, and the only thing we don't have figured out is our third D. We get that figured out, and we get a backup goaltender that actually is not made of Swiss cheese. We might actually be able to do something. We could raise that 48 to, 49% maybe, because, wow, that's low, especially for a third-round team this past year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the Kane sweepstakes, regardless when it happens, that's a huge shot of adrenaline to any team he goes to.
Yeah,
we obviously can't offer him that type of contract. We would kind of be in the $6-7 million range, which if he can get $8 million somewhere else, it's obviously a lot more appealing.
Well, I mean,
but it's going to be.
It literally just comes down to whatever he thinks is best for him is what he's going to do. So I think at this point, Patrick Kane's saying, where's my best chance of winning a cup? And I think that's going to be the first part of this is that scenario starts there. Obviously, look, you and I both know. You walk into that locker room and you see not only a familiar face but your former line mate. That makes a difference. Okay, that's you're part of the club immediately. So I don't know. We'll see how the whole thing goes. It'll be really interesting to see.
It's going to be good. And hockey, it's kicking off in a few days. There was a story that broke, not too long ago where they're playing. They've gone back to doing this overseas first couple of games of the regular season. So they're playing in Czech Republic. I think is it Prague actually they're playing. And it's the Nashville Predators and the San Jose Sharks, I think, if I'm correct. And because of everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, the government of Czech Republic came out and said any Russian players on those two teams are not welcome to come and play these games. And it was pretty crazy there for a while. It kind of blew the doors open, the NHL news cycle. I forget the player's name. He just became the GM, Mike Greer. He was the new GM of San Jose, right? He stood up and he said either we all come or nobody comes. Yep. And there was obviously a big negotiation between the league and the country, and it got settled and they've all been allowed to go over. But it was pretty crazy when this all erupted. First thing kind of saying, yeah, you're not welcome.
Let me ask you a question. If you're a Russian, do you want to go over there with the way that Russia's acting right now? I wouldn't. And then my second caveat to this would be, I remember, and I don't remember what I remember, but I remember something about a team, a hockey team, that the entire plane crashed. And, I don't remember the particulars. I just remember it happening. I believe it was a Russian team, actually.
KHL.
It was a KHL team. But could you imagine an NHL team goes over there and there's an accident and you lose a team? Like, I'm sorry, but the airspace over there is not secure. Like, I'm just telling you right now, like, if jokingly, just because I'm going to pick the first person that came to mind, I'm Ryan McDonough. I'm on Nashville. I go, yeah, I'm not going. I'm curious what the Players Association would say. Like, you're contracted to go, but does it say that you have to play overseas? I would be very curious how the contracts are written.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought about it from the player's standpoint. And if they did not want to go, would they be allowed to opt out?
Would you want to go over there right now?
I don't like leaving my front door.
Amen.
So let alone going a few 1,000 miles away over the pond. No, not particularly.
No, like the funny thing is the stupid NFL is doing the same thing. Like, the Giants are playing Green Bay this week over in London, and I think it's stupid. I have always thought it's stupid. I don't fully understand why we're trying to inject every single thing of our cultures into everybody else's. They have their own leagues over there. Honestly, if they want, these NHL teams, and I'm just going to say the most unpopular non-PC thing known to man, they pay millions of dollars for their ice surface to be perfect. They have the best ice keepers out there that keep those grounds perfect. You're going to go play on subpar ice in subpar areas in subpar conditions. And I'm telling you right now, you get a Ryan McDonough, you get anybody, a Pacarine, anyone who gets hurt because of the conditions, dude, fans are going to lose their minds over this. And could you imagine you wake up in the morning and it says, team plane crashes, potentially shot down. Could you imagine the feedback? The blowback from this would be unprecedented. Oh, by the way, what the hell do you do then? Like, let's not even just talk about the loss of life. You lost an entire team. You're done for the year. Like, you're done forever. You may be done permanently.
It would be unbelievable. I remember with the Detroit Red Wings, was it they're coming home? I don't remember. Did they just win the cup or whatever it was? And they had that party in the limo crash, and was it Konstantinov?
There were
and a couple
five of them.
other. Yeah, it was horrible what happened, and just the fallout from that, is crazy. So I couldn't imagine what it would be like if something greater happened.
But I mean, the other part of it, not the dramatic part of David playing Russian roulette with a plane, but in all actuality, what is also very, very likely is those grounds are not up to NHL conditions, and these players go out there and they play, and let's say the boards don't give the same way. Let's say that they're used to going in I'm sorry, but this is not up to NHL standard. If I was an NHL player and I signed an NHL contract, I would demand to play in an NHL arena. And I would say I'm not playing otherwise. I'm not going overseas. I got nothing to prove. By the way, last time I checked, satellites do work over there. So if they want to broadcast the game and they want to bring everybody into the arena, knock yourselves out. But I'm not going.
Yeah, what's interesting about it? You look at San Jose, you look at Nashville. San Jose not expected to do much this year. Nashville had a good run, did okay, but again, probably one of the lesser talked about teams. So it's interesting they're sending kind of lower profile teams over. They're not sending the Colorados or the Floridas or the Tampa Bays or Seattle.
Which, by the way,
why those two teams?
Isn't that also counterproductive? Because wouldn't you want to send over the team everybody wants to see, not the team everyone goes, who cares? Send the Coyotes then. Send the Coyotes and Kraken and call it a day.
No, too many people. They're only used to playing in front of 5,000.
Yeah, but maybe they'll want more. But again, I don't see the purpose of doing this. Hockey is literally one of the few sports that is a worldwide sport. It already has a fan base over there. I just asked Yager. And at the end of the day, this doesn't make any sense to me. So many players come out of the Czech Republic, come out of those areas. I don't get this. I just don't get it. So,
yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. But more importantly, yes, they're going over there to play, but the NHL regular season is kicking off momentarily. Next week, we're going to see the first couple of games. I cannot wait. It has been so long. It's been a great preseason, and we're finally here to see it kind of come to fruition and take part. So I'm excited. I know for us, it's going to be a very busy weekend and week. We have obviously the Leafs and Red Wings tomorrow night, followed by 2 days of Blue Jays playoff baseball, Saturday afternoon at 4:00, Sunday if game is needed. And then we're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Leafs Montreal, Leafs Washington Capitals. So it's going to be a crazy week of streaming.
So who we kick off with? Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
I mean, really? We're going to start off with okay.
Do you think there will be some hostilities held over from that playoff series?
Who's going to do anything about it? Who are we talking about? Is Gallant going to come off the bench and fight?
Well, I'm just curious if the physicality kind of starts off with a lot of some gritty cheap shots and whatnot, guys kind of holding a grudge from.
There's definitely the potential, but the Rangers will have to go into the locker room in between first and second and cry about it because that's about all they got. I mean, there's nobody I've been watching this going. We don't have what we did is we went back to a team of skill finesse. We don't have grit. I've been watching and who we have and where they're going to be. You got Trouba that's going to lay down the law as captain. He's going to throw some hits. Okay, so the Trouba train's going to do that. He'll drop the gloves and fight. Great. Our fourth line is not a fighting line. Okay, it is. It's basically a lower excised third line. It's not spectacular. And again, Ryan Reeves, he might have to put the walker away, and I don't know, do something. I don't get it. There were 1,000 things we could have done in the offseason to better protect this team. But there's really nothing to speak of when it comes to Rangers physicality this year. It really bothers me. Christina G, Bernie, what's happening? I'm really concerned about. I'm concerned. There's no doubt. Like, we're going to go into game one. They're still a good team. They held themselves together very, very well.
Yeah. Do you when you paint your face with a Rangers logo instead, you just do little Ranger tears?
What I do
Ranger
is
logo
I do
tears.
that, and then I go out and I actually bought pillow hands, so that this way, when I want to punch myself, it doesn't hurt so much.
You should get those big Hulk hands, paint them blue, and put Ranger logos on them.
Yeah. I'm so sad because anybody who watches my stream knows two things. I love big hits and I love fights. And I have a slogan: if you can't win, beat the crap out of them. And it's really just that simple. AAU, have a great night, buddy.
See, and
hold on a
Christina
second.
G, I had no idea.
Today's her
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Hold on a second.
Happy birthday.
Do I have that in here? Let me see. Hold on a second. I may cover our faces for 2 seconds, but I don't think so. Let's see. Can I get this up? Let's see. I have it. There it is.
You can
Boop. Happy birthday! Yay! Wait, he wanted a duet. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Christina
birthday.
G.
Happy birthday. Don't
Happy
copyright
birthday
us.
to
Happy
you.
birthday to
Boop.
you.
We're insane.
Oh, that's good. Yes, Bernie, I showed the amazing odds of the Phoenix.
Are we going to bring that up, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Because we loaded
we talked
it up.
about it.
Let's have a good laugh at our own expense. Boop.
Ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boo.
Does it need to be bigger? Yeah, I think it does.
Ooh, oh. So those are all the percentages we were kind of talking about earlier. And look at that. Those coyotes.
I thought it was a wheel. When you first brought it up, I thought you were going to spin it.
Oh, that would have been amazing. So that's how it's shaping up. Calgary, Toronto, Tampa Bay, even Carolina has some good odds there. Colorado. It's going to be an interesting season for sure.
Is his name really Bowie? The mascot?
Yes. Man, there's a celebrity boxing match that needs to take place.
I'll tell you what, that is awesome. I don't know. But that's what's shaping up. And I mean, that's where we are. Hockey season's upon us. All good things. All good things. So next week we start off. You have what coming up? You have a game, what, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, Toronto, Detroit. It's going to be our last preseason game. They do play, I think, one more time. Actually, it's a doubleheader. They play Friday, Saturday, but we're going to do the Jays Saturday night. Jays are getting into a 3-game wild card match with Seattle. So game 2 could be the clincher. If they need game 3, we'll do game 3. Yes, sir.
You just lost your hockey card.
I'm sorry. But we will be doing a doubleheader Wednesday, Toronto, Montreal, Thursday, Toronto, Washington. So we could see Matthews take out Ovechkin to start the year. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And of course, we have the hockey pool coming up. So if you're new, if you're just coming in, we announced it to kick off the show. Our hockey pool is live. Let Bear Shark or I know. DM us on Instagram. We'll get you the registration link. Should we post? Do you want to post the registration link? Nope, that's the wrong way.
It took me a minute. What I always do now is I raise my shoulder to see which shoulder I need to point at so that I can. So I have it up on FloridaParkExplorers.com. You go under giveaways and you will see. So it's probably FloridaParkExplorers.com/giveaways. We will get that up. I will be making an Instagram post for Sam and I tonight so that we can collab on it. So you guys will see that being posted shortly after we get off the air. It'll also have all the links in it. And I'm sure my FPN Sports just dropped it in. So that would be Jen dropped it into both of our chats. So thank you for that, Jen. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. What you'll see when you go on there, You're going to see this, our exact thing, the fantasy draft, whatever side it's on. You're going to see you could win a grand prize to Las Vegas. You're going to see our sponsor is Cloud9 Getaway, and you will see a link to actually buy the $50 to pay. So basically what's going to happen is don't hit that until you contact us, because if not, and that wasn't you. That's fantastic. Thanks, John. So that would probably, I don't know who it would be. That's weird.
I dropped it in, but maybe it dropped it to both.
That would be really cool if you did. Dude, you're awesome. Well, you're a mod on both channels, so. So basically, the long and the short of it is, if you wind up hitting it and 22 people have signed up for it, thanks for the donation. So if I were you, I would literally, contact us tonight. I can tell you right now, I have 4 slots that are spoken for. Sam makes 5, so that leaves 15 left. If he's had people contact him, we're down to 12 spots, 10 spots open. So make sure that you is that in your chat or mine?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So unless you're dropping hockey bombs. So basically, the bottom line is, hit us up on IG. Let's go have some fun, everybody. You can win a trip to Las Vegas. How many times can you win a trip to Las Vegas for $50? You got a 1 in 19 chance. Sam cannot win no matter what. So I'm not involved. I'm simply commissioner of the league. And you guys, we could have a lot of fun with this. So make sure you join up. We want to make sure that we get all 20 spots filled ASAP. That would be awesome. So, but anyway.
Yep.
Hockey starts next week, everybody. How excited are you, by the way?
I'm so excited.
Dude, I'm done.
I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be such a great year. There's so much going on that I don't even know where to begin. I'm just, at this point, I want Wednesday to come. I want the season to start so I can start rolling out all these cool things I've been sitting on through the preseason. And I'm terrible at holding back surprises. So it's crushing my soul that I haven't been able to do some of these things during the streams.
Dude, you and I have been talking about them for so long. I am impressed that you have not done that. You're like, and what's even better is I haven't slipped up. Because you were like, I'm not going to tell you. Then you told me 2 things, and I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to know this. It's like, I'm going to be in the middle of even trying to be like, hey, what about the bark and the burp, 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 and the burp? And you're going to be like, no.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
I can't wait. I'm excited. So you have hockey tomorrow. You have Jays on Saturday.
Jays on Saturday at 4. And Sunday at 2 if game 3 is necessary.
Do you hear this going off?
I do. It's crazy. I thought you had raccoons in the attic or something.
Hey, the best part is there's 2 minutes left because I wasn't even the grand finale. So for those of you who are trying to figure out why it sounds like I'm in Kandahar, I live outside the Magic Kingdom, and that is the not so very scary Christmas party. No, Halloween. What season are we in? Hockey season. That's the answer. It's not so scary Halloween hockey party. See, Jen put Mickey's not so scary hockey party.
There it is.
I'm losing it.
Yeah. The Minnesota, I can't speak. Minnesota North.
The Minestrone. Minestrone soup spectacular hockey pants.
The Minnesota North Stars slap shot hockey practice. What's going on right now?
Where'd the fireworks go? They don't. There it is. I'm like, it's not a 10-minute show. It's 13. So, yeah. I'll tell you what. This is gonna be a night and a half. But anyway, everybody, please, if you know anybody who normally participates in fantasy, get them involved. Get everybody involved. We're going to be sharing it out through IG. So I'm going to tell you right now, I have 11,000 people follow me on Instagram that are waiting for me to drop this Mickey's Not So Scary Hanukkah party. That's great. We will be getting these slots filled. If they're still available by the end of the weekend, I would be shocked. So if you want to participate in our fantasy draft, get signed up today. Contact Sam on Instagram. Contact me on Instagram. Reach out through the website. Does not matter. Sam and I talk every day. So if there's something that you guys need, let us know. We will be happy to facilitate. If for some reason you are someone like me and you will not go to Las Vegas, we have a secondary prize in place, which is still it's a vacation for 4 people. I believe it's an all-inclusive. So if you sit there and say, I'm not interested in Vegas, we do have a backup prize for you. We understand Vegas isn't for everybody. So just let us know, get signed up. But the most part of this is we're going to have fun and we're going to make fun of you. Oh, wait, no, that sounded wrong. And whoever comes in last, you get the Coyote shirt that I'm going to hand make.
There you go. And Mad Hatter, if they're doing a Hanukkah party, let me know how the potato latkes are, because I'm a little bit of a potato latke connoisseur.
All right.
Just saying.
So since you brought it up, I do have to ask the question. Do you think there'd be like a dreidel float?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Could you imagine it spinning going right down Main Street and then like they're throwing out chocolate coins?
They would probably repurpose the Tinkerbell float where she's sitting on the treasure chest.
See?
And just have her sitting atop the dreidel.
Well, but if they had the dreidel in front of her, she could be throwing chocolate coins.
That would be very
Wouldn't
cool.
that be awesome? Instead of beads like at the Mardi Gras and Universal, they could throw chocolate coins. I'd be happy about it. If they hit me in the head with it, I'd be happy.
They are so good. They're so addictive.
No. Do you want to know? I know this has nothing to do with hockey and we really need to go, but I've been eating I've eaten like 50 of these things lately, but it's the Italian rainbow cakes that are the almond flavor with the chocolate covering. Oh my God, dude, they're so good. I'm going to be 900 pounds by Friday.
My kids now, doing the birthday party circuits and stuff, and a lot of the loot bags, they get the good old school Tootsie Pops, the Tootsie Rolls. Oh, so good. And with Halloween here, all the treats, well, don't come to our house because the bowl's going to be mighty empty. It's all going to be stashed under my desk for hockey season because it's also snack season.
Come to our house. Our neighborhood's fantastic. No, don't come here. I want all my candy. But so other than that, we got all that going on. Florida Park Explorers will be in the park tomorrow if you guys like Disney. My wife will be in Magic Kingdom tomorrow, I believe at 2:30. Saturday, we potentially are doing, it'll either be Saturday or Sunday. We're probably going to be doing a Disney Spring stream. Every time I say that, I think of Bruce Springsteen. Stream, something. Who cares? He sucks.
Steam.
And
he's the boss.
Not my
so
boss.
Good.
He's not my boss. So, yeah, but other than that, and then, of course, if you're not familiar with Bear Shark TV, it is not family friendly, everybody. Most days it's rated R. Go on over to Bear Shark TV, hop over there, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe. It is what I have deemed brutally honest TV for everyone. If you have common sense and you cannot believe that the world is messed up, come on over. We love to rant about it. You should hear my last 2. I dropped more F-bombs than D-Day. So just come on over, hang out at Bear Shark TV. Sam Welb has an amazing channel. He's got 2 of them, as a matter of fact. One's his gaming channel, and the other one is his normal everyday channel. Go over and support him. He is an incredible sports broadcaster, which I can't even say, but he does it so eloquently, it's ridiculous. He makes the sports fun. Go over, support him for baseball, hockey, anything that's Toronto-based. You've never seen a more diehard Patriot. How he could call baseball, I don't understand.
And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, we're in our race to 3,000, and you could win yourself a new smartwatch. So definitely check it out. Courtesy, of course, by our good friend Chris at Cloud9 Getaways. So check it out. Subscribe today. Follow the instructions because I want someone to take home a watch. And it could be you.
How close are you?
We are within 150, so it's striking distance.
150 is what he needs to get over 3K, and in return, you can enter his contest to win with Cloud9 Getaway. Cloud9 Getaway has done all of my giveaways, so I can tell you right now, he's going to give you that smartwatch. It's going to be amazing. Contact Sam on IG because I'm sure that's where it starts, so that you can get all the details. You guys have a YouTube video up?
YouTube video up on each channel, contest posts up on each Instagram, us and Cloud9. So regardless where you go, you follow the instructions. It'll take you through what you need to do and how to qualify. And enjoy the content. And more importantly, I want you to enjoy that watch.
Yeah, no doubt. So coming up for Sam is going to be hockey and baseball. And then real hockey starts next week for all of us, which is going to be absolutely epic. Obviously, Sam's going to be carrying the workload. If the Jays make it into the playoffs, he's going to be doing both. So this ought to be really kind of epic for him. Help him get to 3,000, everybody. Make sure that you're signing up for Fantasy Draft. If you know anybody who wants to get on board, come jump on board. We're going to play Cloud9 Getaway before we run out of here because you can win this. That's it, everybody. Another week's in the books, another day in the dirt, something. I don't know. I'm just trying to get out of this without falling apart too much. For Sam, the Natural Wellbe 12 Experience, I, for some reason, am known as the Bear Shark. Go over to Bear Shark TV, you'll find out why. With that, everybody, support our channels just by going over and giving a watch. Hit the like button. Share it out. Let somebody know that there are two crazy guys who like hockey. One who happens to like football. Nope. Yes, I like football. Crap. One who likes baseball. We both like Disney. So make sure that you're supporting the channels. Go over, hang out, enjoy what you can, do what you can for us. We appreciate it. He's got monsters. He's doing outfit changes, people. He takes pies in the face. I don't know what else to do. And with that, we will see you guys. Did we decide when we're doing this? Are we doing this on Wednesdays after the games?
I don't know. I got more hats to go through.
So we'll let you guys know. Just pay attention. We keep your notifications bells on for us insane people as we bring you more hockey content and we go through. Because next week we will be right before the draft. So we'll be giving you guys some updates as to what's going on. Until then, everybody, we are the two craziest hockey guys in the world. We appreciate you guys coming in so much. And until then, everybody, for Sam, I can't even get this out. Take care, everybody. It would have been better if you put it in 4 directions. Oh, jeez. My wife's yelling at me going, end the show because Sam's losing it. No, come on, this is good television. What are you talking about, Judd? All right, anybody that screenshots that.
Show, I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never run.